What did you find the most difficult, riding, running or swimming?
Riding was probably the most difficult from a mental
Okay.
and fear factor. I still have that, but I'm riding.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very difficult to get back on a bike. One, just because of, it's all resolved, initially from a bike accident. I still have very vivid memories of the accident. So, yeah, very scared of coming off. And of course, for me to come off now, it's potentially a lot more dangerous than I was back then.
Okay.
I can do myself a lot more damage now. Well, that's a stupid thing to say, but I can do a lot of damage, obviously, because I'm very unprotected on my right hand side. Yeah, so and also learning to ride with one arm is a little bit nerve wracking.
Yeah.
But I'm okay on a bike now as long as I'm in an environment I feel safe in. I'm fine. So the bike was mental. The hardest thing physically was swimming. Yeah, I'm swimming as best as I can, but I'm still a hopeless swimmer. I've become a hopeless swimmer. Went from being an okay swimmer to a really bad swimmer now. But it's just a work in progress like everything else.
Okay.
It's probably a bit more frustrating because I just haven't improved the same rate I had with my running or my riding.
Okay. And is there any are you able to get a limb at all, a prosthetic limb or not?
Not really. This is a prosthetic shoulder.
Yeah.
Plastic. Because there's nothing really to attach a limb to.
Okay.
So they'd have to attach it to my rib cage or and my collarbone. There's no shoulder girdle at all to attach anything to. There is potential to get a bionic slash shoulder, but it's very new surgery. I think they've only just started doing it in Australia, and it's very expensive, and there's no guarantees that it's going to be successful.
Okay.
We're going to be pain free, or you won't get infections because we have permanent implants.
All right. So there's a lot of cost there to consider.
Yeah, and for me, the thought of more surgery when they first suggested it was just
something you don't want.
Definitely not.
Okay.
And I want to be able to speak to, I don't know, in another 10 years I might go, oh, well, now that I know that there's 20 people in Australia that haven't, it's really successful, then I might consider it, but I'll be far more used to living with one arm by then as well, so,
Yeah, so it's not your biggest concern or priority at the moment?
No.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so out of all of this, Kerryn, out of everything that happened, what's the biggest learning you can take from all of this that you have personally taken from?
Biggest learning. I think, well, it's kind of a bit of philosophy, life philosophy, I suppose, for me, is no one goes through their life unscathed with, things not happening to them or some sort of traumatic event or something that causes them great grief. No one. So I saw this event as just like, okay, this is part of my journey. And yes, it's closed some doors, and there's things I missed. But on the other end of the scale, it's opened up a lot of new opportunities for me, which I'm very open to new opportunities, even more so than I probably was before. So it's not always a hopeless situation. There's always other avenues to be successful and learn new things. I met some amazing people post my accident that I never would have met before. My life's changed completely. But that's been all about, a lot of that's about attitude as well. You decide whether you want to grab those opportunities or whether you want to sit there and mull over things that have happened. Exactly. I don't think that's a good way to go. I'd rather take the opportunities and go, well, there's still great things that I can achieve, and still a life left. I just want to enjoy it and make the most of it.
So with that, you talked about attitude. What kind of self-talk what do you say to yourself so that you can keep moving forward, you can keep achieving and taking on those opportunities? What do you say to yourself?
I think I look back at how far I've come and what I've already achieved, and that gives me confidence to keep taking that next step.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I just think, it's coming up to 2 years now, and I just...
So just looking back and seeing everything that you've done.
Yeah, and just go, well, I've done so much already. But why not just keep going? And it gives you a lot of confidence by looking at what you've been able to do.
Yeah, and how has this affected... We haven't talked about your work at all. How has this impacted your work?
Well, my career, I've had a career change since then. I couldn't go back to doing my previous job. It was too manual. I need to be able to, lift patients and move patients around. So that wasn't possible to do anymore. So pretty much the rest of that 2013, I spent rehabilitating and just recovering and getting myself ready to move on to whatever I wanted to do next, and just having a good think about what I wanted to do. And I worked out, obviously health and fitness is my passion, so I thought, well, why don't I become a personal trainer? So in 2014 I did the course, qualified, and now I'm working as a personal trainer.
Fantastic.
So that's been great.
Yeah.
But that was another challenge as well, just walking into that room at the start of that course and knowing, you got 20 people you've never met before, and they're looking at you going, how's this girl going to go? Hope I don't have to work with her. That was a massive challenge as well, getting through that and getting people to understand that, hey, I can do lots of things. And taught me a lot about what I can do, and what my limitations are.
Yeah.
So now I'm working as a personal trainer.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So Kerryn, from the beginning of this journey till now, what is the biggest, I know you've had many obstacles, but what's the biggest obstacle that you've had to face?
I think there's probably two. I think the first one was leaving hospital and coming home and going, okay, you're on your own. That was huge for us. Like, as much as we were desperate to get home, because we've been away, stuck in hospital and interstate for so long, we're desperate to get home. But then getting home, you're like, oh, this is a bit scary. So that was a really big hurdle for us to, we had to get used to. At that point, I still wasn't obviously all that independent either. So Renee took extra time off work, so I could adjust and work out, get used to how life was going to work, and also get ourselves into the Caulfield rehab and get patients there, so they could start helping us as well. So that was a huge hill. I know it doesn't sound like much, but at the time, when you've been enclosed in the hospital and secure and have got people looking after you all the time, to be suddenly being by yourselves, it was very challenging. And probably the other one is just the ongoing physical discomfort, which is just I've had that since I can remember feeling anything.
So when you say discomfort, you have pain. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so I have phantom pain. So that's phantom limb pain. And also because skin grafts can be very tight as well, so I feel like I'm living in a compression stocking at times. Things get very tight, and I can't always regulate heat very well. So it's those physical things that can drag you down a little bit that you deal with every day. If I'm distracted and doing stuff, I'm fine, but sometimes you just sit around and go, oh, that's really annoying me.
So on particularly hot days, you have to be extra careful to stay cool, or?
I try to be. I just sweat out of every other part of my body, basically. But it's just I get just ridiculously hot. So I'm very careful about being out in too hot days. I try and stay inside and just take care of myself like that, and not train in the middle of the day and it's too hot. And your life now. So previously you were training up to 2 times a day. Where are you now with training? Training up to 2 times a day.
Fantastic. Well done.
Shorter distance stuff for me now, but so I'm back obviously running, swimming, riding, doing tris, so I've done 2 triathlons.
Wow.
Now.
It's amazing.
Which has been
incredible.
Yeah, I did the first one in November, which was it was really good. It was really, really good. I got through it okay. I was very stressed about what the water was going to be like because my swimming's not great, but it was a really calm day. So.
Were you emotional when you finished?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. It was like, certainly, even the whole race I was thinking about going, oh my God, the last triathlon I did was, it was the same course as the last one. So it was just weird just going, okay, life's quite a lot different to the last one, isn't it? Yeah. And then I did one last weekend, which is just for para triathletes, which was fantastic as well. So everyone in it had a disability, and that was extraordinary. Because you get to talk about other people and talk with other people and all the modifications they've had to do to things and how they've got to where they've got to, and everyone's got a story, but no one's a standout. It's not like everyone's just
got their own story to tell.
So it was really inspiring.
Okay, it sounds like it. Totally is inspiring.
Yeah.
So another thing that's inspiring is you've started a wonderful foundation.
Yes.
Start Foundation.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Yeah, so the Start Foundation began, well, the idea began very early on. I'd only been home from hospital probably a couple of months, and I saw Shane Crawford ride across Australia for the breast cancer, and I was sitting with a friend, and I said, I was talking about the Royal Adelaide Hospital, how they'd just been over backwards looking after me and my family, and I really wanted to do something back, give something back. So my friend and I were saying, well, she was a cyclist as well. Well, you know, we could ride across Australia. And it really started with this really, low-key, just general chit-chat. Why don't we do that? So, I talked to my partner first, and she's like, oh, here we go, something else.
Yeah.
And then my sister-in-law and a few other friends, and like, yeah, I reckon we should do that. So it really just was a group of friends going, oh yeah, let's do that. So the idea of the foundation was born from that. So what the foundation is really about is a ride, starting with the launches in April, May 2015, so this year. So we're going to do a ride from Perth to Melbourne.
Yeah.
We're going to stop in at Royal Adelaide Hospital on the way and donate some funds to them for a research project in the area of critical care.
Yeah.
And once we get back, and hopefully we'll be on the map with a lot of other companies and gain some sponsorship, and we'll from then on, our goal is to support other people with disabilities so they can achieve their sporting dreams.
Fantastic.
So we'll do that through a grant process. So they'll be able to come to us and apply for grants, and we can potentially give out funds to help them.
What a wonderful.
Or whatever they need, basically, to get them to their own start line, hence the name Start Foundation.
Okay,
yeah.
Fantastic. So how can people contribute if they want to?
They can contribute directly via our website, which is startfoundation.org.au.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way. Good. Yeah, there's donate buttons on every page, I think. So yeah, all donations are really very welcome. But we're hoping it's going to be part of something that's going to grow and grow, and we'll get more known around not just Victoria but across Australia with a lot of the disability organisations, and they can refer them to us, and hopefully we can help some individuals out.
So that must feel good.
Yeah, it feels great. We've come a long way. Like it's 18 months ago since the idea formed. We've achieved a lot so far in getting set up from nothing into a not-for-profit business. Yeah. And we're really excited about what we are trying to achieve. It's given me a sense of purpose outside of everything else. It's really given me, that combined with my sport and now working again, that's pretty much everything I really want at the moment as far as me moving forward. It's really exciting to be able to do something and make a difference to people's lives. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Kerryn, for coming here today and sharing the story. It's truly inspirational.